am Melinda.
I am Chris, who doesn't like to shave.
And we are the Two Broke Mice.
If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome. On the channel, we do Disney topics. Mainly the Disney topics. We sprinkle in a few this or that, but it's pretty much Disney.
So if this is something that you are interested in, just click on that subscribe button and tap on that notification bell so that way you get our updates whenever we post our videos weekly.
And we are also on Instagram and Facebook. Just look us up.
So what is this video about today?
We were tagged by Bob and Kelly from the Bob and Kelly channel.
Yes.
Anyhow.
Yes.
And it is the top 2 rides at every Walt Disney World.
Walt Disney
park.
World, yes.
And we're going to start with our least favorite park and work our way up to our, well, we both have different favorite parks, but anyhow, we'll go in that direction. So first up is Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
Go ahead.
No, you can go.
All right.
I'm going to get my list out.
Actually, the easy ones are the number 1. The hard ones are the number 2.
Okay.
My second favorite ride would have to be Navi River Journey.
Oh.
Because I like the dark rides, the little boat. I like those rides. It's cool. Granted, it's a little short, but it's still kind of cool. Great. Well, it's kind of short, so you don't get a whole lot of AC, but you still get some AC.
Okay, so my second is the, and now I'm going to butcher this, the Majaro
Kilimanjaro
Safari. That is my number 2 because every time you ride it, it's always a different experience because of the animals. So, yeah.
Really? Wow. Because that's my number 1.
Is that your number 1?
I love the Kilimanjaro because it is. Granted, you're outside, so if it's hot, you're going to be hot, but it's always a different ride. And if you can tell, Melinda's hair is blown because we're outside.
Yeah, we thought it's such a beautiful day. Let's do this outside.
Yeah, we'll sit on our porch and
get blown around.
Yeah. Anyways. So, yeah, that's my number 1 is Kilimanjaro Safaris.
And my number 1 ride is, I'm going to butcher this one, the Avatar Flight of Passage.
See, now I
like
like Flight of Passage, but I enjoy the safaris better. I just like sitting on that truck and.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I like it because after we ride that ride, we always go to the cantina for lunch.
Oh, that's true.
And plus, I get my Blossom. I love my.
Yeah.
My.
Okay. Now we're moving to Hollywood Studios.
My Night Blossom. Yeah, Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios. You take.
Okay, so my number 2 ride is the Slinky Dog.
Really?
That is my number 2 because it's such a nice, smooth ride, and plus that is a ride that I rode with my mother on that ride.
And she didn't get video of that.
No, this was before we were YouTubers, and she rode that ride the whole time with her eyes closed, and she's like, "You thought I would love this ride." So I just love that ride. It has meaning to me.
My number 2 is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
No!
I know. I've said it was my favorite ride, but
no.
Yeah.
What? See,
it's a good ride. I gotta admit, it's a really, really good ride. But after my number 1,
no way. So that is my number 1.
Oh,
is Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railroad? Is that
Run? I know. It's a rough name. Runaway Railway.
Runaway Railway. That is my favorite because it submerges you in the cartoon. I wish they would have had this whenever I was little because, it's amazing. So if you have not yet been on that ride, that's my number 1. But let me put in, we have never ridden anything in Galaxy's Edge. So that's why you're probably thinking, well, gee whiz, where's Rise of Resistance? Well, we have not ridden that or any of the other rides. So that's why it hasn't made it into this top. For me, that's why.
My number 1 is Slinky Dog.
What?
Yes, Slinky Dog.
You said I liked it more than you.
Even though in the queue line at Mickey and Minnie's, you're indoors, But when you're in the queue line at Slinky Dog, it's so much more immersive. The giant glue bottles, the giant army men. And then my absolute favorite part of that ride is when you go around the turn, you go up and
Yes.
and you start doing that, and you get 0 G's at the top. That's my favorite part of the ride.
So he does like Slinky Dog Dash better than me. See, I told you guys.
So anyway, okay.
Okay.
Now we're going to, well, see, this is where, see, this is where we differ on parks. Okay, we'll do Epcot.
We'll do Epcot.
All right. Oh, my turn.
Well, I mean, I love Epcot.
What's
I don't
my
know. I
Epcot?
just flip back and forth. Epcot or Magic Kingdom. Anyways, go ahead. You have
my number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
Number 2.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to shock you.
Oh, no. What?
Soarin'.
Oh, my gosh. How are we even married?
Well, anyway. Soarin', yeah, it is a fun ride. It's a great ride. And I didn't know. Bob and Kelly pointed out, you look down. You look to the sides to see what people are doing. I've never done that. It's just straight ahead.
I have.
I haven't. I've never done that. But yeah, Soarin' is my number 2. Go ahead.
My number 2 ride is Spaceship Earth.
No, I never made my list.
Because it never made your list?
No, I never made my list.
Because my favorite part is whenever you get to the top and you see the Earth. Like if you were out in space.
Yeah.
And that is so gorgeous. And plus the learning and just seeing it, it's a lot of history in that ride. I like it.
My number 1?
What's your number 1?
We're going to make that long trek to Living with the Land.
See, I was going to put that for my number 2, but
I like gardening and that kind of stuff. And it's another boat ride.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that, going through and just seeing the fish and the always empty shrimp container.
Always empty.
Always empty. And
Those
the
are always
plants,
eating
and then the way they grow different foods.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that a lot of the food they do use right there in Epcot.
Yes.
And it's just my favorite ride.
You learn a lot on that ride,
You
too.
do.
It's really nice.
Go ahead. Am I going to be shocked at your number 1?
No, you're not going to be shocked because
No.
my number 1 is Soaring because it is so much fun. Just, it feels like you're gliding. But I can't wait till they have to change the ending of it because
Yeah, that's true.
it has the park of Epcot now, so it's going to be changed. I'm sure it's going to be changed. Just the ending. I don't want anything else to be changed, but that is my number 1 because you're just in all the smells and you're just flying. It's a great ride. It's a great ride.
Now we go to my number 2 park.
That is Magic Kingdom.
But her number 1 park, Magic
number-
Kingdom.
At this time, it's my number 1.
Go ahead.
I flip-flop. So my number 2 ride
What's my number 2?
is Splash Mountain. Yes. Splash Mountain's my number 2.
You only rode it once.
I know, but I loved it. Because in our picture, everybody else were like screaming, but I was smiling.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and plus, Jeanette was on that ride, and it was our first time on that ride, and it has meaning to me. I know they're going to be changing it, but it's still going to be like the same kind of boat ride, just with a different atmosphere. But that is my number 2 ride.
My number 2 ride, which we haven't gotten the ride because it's the Disney World train, the train that goes around the park.
But how do you know if that's your number 2?
Because I did it in Disneyland. We did it a couple times with the high school. We were down there.
I was never ridden that. I never rode it. We never rode that train.
Anyway, I just like that ride just because you get to drive around the park and it's cool and calm. And anyway, go ahead. Number 1.
My number 1, and this is no shocker, no surprise. It is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
I guessed that one. I figured that one.
Yes, I love that ride. It's even better at night, and it feels like they crank up the speed, but they probably don't, but since it's dark, and it's just, it puts a smile on your face. Whenever you ride that, you feel like a kid, and just whipping around those corners and up and down the hills. That is my favorite ride.
My favorite ride? I might shock you with this one.
You've been shocking me.
It has to be Split. My favorite ride is Split.
How can you have it split?
In the daytime,
Okay.
it's People Mover. Absolutely love the People Mover. In the daytime. At nighttime, it is Big Thunder Mountain. the lights, and it does seem like they cranked the speed up.
It's so much.
And
Yeah.
people say, oh, you get to see so much stuff on Big Thunder. How can you see stuff on Big Thunder and you're zipping by and you can't
Now
see
Splash
it?
Splash Mountain you can.
And the best part of Big Thunder is at night, if you get to catch the fireworks. Well, you can't catch the fireworks now, but when you can catch the fireworks, it just makes that ride at night so much better than the daytime. Is that a shocker?
No.
No?
I mean, yeah, for your number 2, yeah, it was
Okay.
a shocker.
Are we going to tag people?
We are going to tag. We're going to tag
Three-ish?
three channels. We're just going to tag 3 channels. And the number 1 person we're going to tag is Princess Tessa.
The fabulous Princess Tessa.
Now, Tessa, if you want to include Princess, oh my gosh, Queen Mom, and also want to include
Prince Jason.
Go
for it.
Go ahead. I would love to see what Queen Mom has to say is her favorite rides, if she rides.
Second person is Gary Woodruff from the Gary Woodruff. Well, it was Travel with Gary, I think, but it's Gary Woodruff.
Mm-hmm.
You are tagged.
And our number 3 channel, this is different, and I know you're going to love this. We are tagging Luke and Leia on the WDW channel. So Wayne, we want to get a kid's point of view what their favorite ride is, or in the parks at Walt Disney World. So hopefully you'll be able to do this tag. Yes.
The ball's in your court here.
Yes.
You get them 2 to do this tag.
Yeah, we want to see what Luke and Leia likes in the park.
So that's our video.
And we will link their channels down below, so you guys can check them out if you don't know who they are.
So until next time, remember, you're never too old
To be young.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.